Good evening and a warm welcome to this evening's edition of Performance Transformation with Naresh Makijani. This evening we'll talk about strategy and strategic planning and how to implement it in organizations. We have a distinguished guest with us, Professor Dr. Hans Jaeger, who is an ex-CEO of a very large Swiss multinational and currently visiting Professor of Strategy in Indonesia. So we'll spend some time and learn from his experiences of how he was doing strategic planning for this large billion-dollar Swiss multinational in Asia. Welcome to Studios, Professor, and we are honored to have you today. Let me start off by asking the first question, which is why do companies in Indonesia need strategy and strategic planning now when they've done well over the last 50-60 years without too much of strategy and strategic planning as done in North American companies?
Well, Indonesia is a large country and it's a growing economy. So if companies want to be successful, they need to know where they want to go. They need to make choices.
How would you define this word strategy and strategic planning, and what is it actually?
You know, I have a very simple definition. I say strategy is about positioning yourself, your business versus competition. Strategy is making a choice because you may have a lot of options. You may try everything, but we are in a complex world and companies need to know where they're good at, where they're strong, so they need to make the right choices.
Given different management gurus, there are many tools out there. What are some of the tools you use for strategic planning?
We have different phases. When you look at the environment and analysis, finding out what is the impact of the environment to your business, we have analytical tools, the classic SWOT analysis, to see where are your strengths and weaknesses when you look inside the company. When it comes to strategic choice, we can calculate the net present value, for instance, of a strategic plan. What does it represent in money terms? But we can also use tools to develop strategic roadmaps.
I'm sure there are challenges in the planning process. What are some of the major challenges in strategic planning process?
I say the first big challenge is anticipating what can happen. We have seen recently, starting with the financial crisis, economic crisis, we have not anticipated what can happen. The unthinkable happened, and I think the first challenge in strategic planning is to find out what can happen, but also to find out what are the opportunities.
So we caught up with Mr. Arvind Mohindra, the CEO of HTIL Indonesia, a company engaged in telecom products and services, and asked his views on strategy and leadership.
See, given the fact that the industry is so fast moving and so fast changing, you need to have a very clearly articulated strategy.
So Arvind, why do you think you need a strategy when you are in an organization in telecom industry that's seeing a double-digit growth?
Strategic planning is very important in almost all industries and more so in high-growth industries like telecom, technology.
With that, we come to end of tonight's show. I'd like to thank our guest tonight. We'll be back next week, so don't go away. Till next week, have a good night.